We are the Council of New York, and we will be developing a new area for a new developing city that will be growing twofold within the next 10 years. New York will be a state-of-the-art suburb utilizing modern technologies to make a home that is energy efficient, green, and functional for shopping and transport. The suburb will also be using a lot of green spaces, being parks and playgrounds, to give people a reason to go outside. That will also have a lot of recreational facilities such as basketball courts, football fields, and cinemas for entertainment. The malls and shopping centers will also be inspired by the city designs of Sydney, being whole areas and streets integrated with the malls to create an urban atmosphere in the heart of the town. The suburbs will be modern contemporary themed. This will be catering to the younger demographic, especially the millennials who are now the younger adults of our time. The suburbs will mainly be made for married couples, especially those with children, which is 44% of the buyer's demographic. The main reason it aims for married couples with kids is because the area has schools being primary, high school, and university, parks, shops, and recreational facilities around it. Those living alone or as a couple will be mainly staying in the smaller houses, flats, and apartments, as those cater specifically to them. Suburb will also be working towards clean energy with solar and wind power. Suburb will also develop more green spaces to create clean air for the future.
Unis and tastes will include algae panels and solar panels for sustainability, and livability is very evident with many campuses surrounded by recreational facilities such as fields, courts, movie theaters, and arcades, additional to the libraries and emergency services nearby. They will also provide a bike boarding system for students who are accommodated by them to use outside the campus to get around the suburb. They have also collaborated with roads to create more bike lanes and safer bike lanes. Sustainability is very evident by saving land and placing eateries in or around malls. Livability is sustained by placing takeaway eateries on west side of mixed land use, which will allow industrial workers to take away food. Electric and gasoline pumps used to cater for both and contribute to sustainability. Service stations for many different attachments including eateries and entertainment. A mobile car system will be installed that benefits people who have both gasoline and electrical cars.
Some livability factors are
recycled paper purchased for all sites, commingled recycling at all sites, approved use of Class A recycled water for firefighting, recycled water during station training drills, installation of rainwater tanks at fire stations, solar PV on selected.
The most space-efficient houses are apartments, as they can hold the most people for an area. Duplex houses are a good solution for energy, as there being only one level. There is plenty of space for solar panels on the roofs. Single houses are better for comfort and livability, and since different residents would like to live in different housing types, we must try to provide them with the best housing we can. The three areas where malls are going to be developed are in mixed land use, parklands, and residential land. The types of malls are going to be plazas, sports stores, malls, and grocery stores. This is in collaboration with housing and apartments to make it accessible for many people living in the recreational areas and in mixed land use and parklands. These recreational centres include swimming pools, basketball courts, soccer fields, and cinemas and shopping centres. These are placed with previous knowledge of housing and apartment space to make things accessible. Schools will be developed in mixed land use area and more in residential area. There will be all three types of schools: preschool, primary, and high school. These will be evenly distributed in the residential area. These schools will also include gardens and will have a suburb special course or subject dedicated to keeping places livable and sustainable for the future. These schools are made sustainable because they recycle and avoid plastic and foam material.
The malls and shopping centres will limit the use of plastic and foam use, encouraging cardboard, which is 100% biodegradable and recyclable. Each eatery shop will be allocated a separate bin, which food waste such as fish and chips or chicken fat will be placed into. This waste will accommodate for fuel in buses and become biofuel. The use of this fuel will guarantee sustainability and reduce pollution by 82%, creating an eco-friendly transportation method. All houses in Riverdale will be fitted with solar panels, and an increase of units will allow building higher, less wider, enabling further land use for farming. Rivendell will be refining coal energy in power plants to wind energy to create less pollution and more stable production for the future. The use of wind turbines in wasted space near the creek keeps the water clean from public while also utilising wasted space for energy regeneration. To begin with, Rivendell will rely on production rate of farming. Farming will be an important aspect of Rivendell as most food consumption will come from there. In Rivendell, all schools will be allocated a different vegetable to grow, and apartments will also have rooftop farming. Furthermore, following simple rules like taking care in the disposal of waste can impact Rivendell heavily as the transportation relies on waste methods for fuel.